What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video we're going to be checking out some awesome battles submitted to the channel here by a member of the community, Matt Attack 1996. So shout out to them. Thank you for sharing this with us. And as you guys can see, this is a very solid team. Gengar, Empoleon, and Kingdra. No-XL Pokemon. This trainer as well is only level 39, so it doesn't have access to XL candy whatsoever, and is able to climb to Legend in the Ultra League Premier Cup with this team. Now we do have a Legacy Gengar there with Shadow Punch and Legacy Empoleon with Hydro Cannon, but my goodness, this team is incredibly strong. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this team and these battles. Shout out to Matt Attack, thank you for sharing this with us, and huge congrats on making Legend. Let's go ahead and get right into the video. Alright, getting into the first battle here. Let's see how this goes. We got Gengar on the lead versus that's the worst thing you guys want to see on the lead. They're going to go ahead and swap right away into Kingdra with low battery. We're getting off to a rocky start right here, but this is okay. Charge move now coming through. It's probably going to be Night Slash here for neutral damage. Not going to be enough to KO, and we will see the Obstagoon deciding to stay in, which means they might be kind of weak to Kingdra in the back, but let's see what happens. They are going to go ahead and shield this next Night Slash now coming through, but let's see what the Obstagoon decides to do. They're going to go ahead and go for the Octazooka right now. This is going to do neutral damage and has a 50% chance to lower the attack of the opponent. They get a shield as well, and they swap into Gengar to try to farm down a shiny Gengar at that, but able to get, no, just before getting to the Octazooka. That would have been huge right here, but Gengar will get to the Shadow Punch and take out Kingdra. 1-to-1 shield right here. Obstagoon has some loaded energy, and they're going to go ahead and bring in Empoleon to farm down. Charge move now coming through. They're going to go ahead and let this go through. That was a bit quick for a Shadow Ball, so it is just going to be a Shadow Punch. Not going to do too much damage, and Empoleon can farm down. Now, what is going to be in the back? Oh, that is unfortunate. Able to get to another Shadow Punch in time. Things are not looking good, but they're going to go ahead and let it go. What is going to come back in? It is going to be... it's going to be the Obstagoon right here, which means they're going to get a shield, which means something in the back is extremely weak to Empoleon. So they do get a shield right there. They're going to go ahead and swap back into Gengar. Now, Gengar does not like this matchup, but having Sludge Bomb for neutral damage is very essential here for the Ultra League Premier Cup. We don't see a swap out as well, so they're going to go ahead and go for the Sludge Bomb right here. This is going to do neutral damage to Obstagoon and might just be enough to KO. Yes, that is enough to KO. What is in the back? It's a Talonflame. This is why that opponent did not want to swap into the Kingdra with full health, because they had a Gengar and a Talonflame in the back. Sludge Bomb right here is going to do a lot of neutral damage, and Talonflame, this is going to be close, everyone. It's going to come down to Waterfall versus Incinerate. Empoleon versus Talonflame right here. Fast move on fast move, and Empoleon is going to win right there just before Incinerate takes him out, and that is going to be a good battle. Alright, moving into this next one. We have Gengar on the lead versus Dragonite. Somewhat of a tough lead matchup right here, but going for Shadow Punches is going to do quite a bit of neutral damage. Now, the opponent knows this is Shadow Punch. They did not build up enough energy for Shadow Ball, so let's see what they decide to do. They're going to go ahead and let it go. Now they're going to swap into Kingdra, start getting ahead on energy. We know a Dragon Claw is coming through, which will do super effective damage in the Dragon on Dragon mirror match right here. So they're going to go ahead. Wow, Blaziken now coming in. That is not the best matchup right here for the opponent to come in. Octazooka is going to be doing super effective damage. Dragon Breath absolutely tears it apart, and they do get a shield right there, which is fantastic for them. Now, Blaziken is going to have to throw a neutral move right here, because Blaze Kick, if they do decide to throw it, is not going to be enough. Blast Burn might, but I don't think so. Oh, it's going to be a Brave Bird. Boom! Takes it out, but Gengar can come in. No, they're going to bring in the Empoleon and farm down for energy. This might be a good call. What could be in the back? We know Dragonite is somewhat low with no energy. It's going to be a Magnezone. This is definitely going to be tough. Magnezone having Spark and Wild Charge is going to do a lot of super effective damage to Empoleon, but it also has to respect the Hydro Cannon right here. They do get a shield. They're going to go ahead and swap into Gengar right here, and we do see the Dragonite come in, which means they can completely farm down. Dragonite goes down. Gengar has 2 Shadow Punches almost ready to go. Here comes that first one for neutral damage. This is going to get the Magnezone low, and the second one, which I think they can get to, is going to be able to take it out, and that is going to be a good game, very well played. So Kingdra safes while putting an absolute wrench into opponents' teams, not able to handle it successfully. Alright, Gengar versus Swampert. I wonder if that was a misclick considering they had Magnezone in the back. We got Gengar versus Swampert right here on the lead, and they're going to go ahead and try to swap into Kingdra to catch that Hydro Cannon, but that is a good anticipation there from Swampert and saving the energy to throw an Earthquake right here against the Kingdra. That does a lot of neutral damage, and we're going to see an Abomasnow come in, which is unfortunate. Powder Snow just does so much damage, and they're going to be taking out with Weather Ball, but they're going to go ahead and shield. They need to get a shield back from their opponent right here. Hopefully they can get to an Outrage in time. They're going to go ahead and go for the Octazooka. Octazooka will be resisted, but they really need that attack debuff. They get a shield as well, no attack debuff though, but Shadow Abomasnow able to farm down. This thing's an absolute monster if you cannot stop it. It's going to be doing neutral damage to both Pokemon right here, but Gengar's going to come in right away and throw the Shadow Punch. They need to get this Abomasnow out of there. No shield as well, but it's not going to be enough. This Abomasnow has 2 Weather Balls ready to go, and they're going to go ahead and rely on this Empoleon to close this game. Weather Ball does so much neutral damage. Can they farm down? No, they swap into Empoleon, bank a charge move there on Gengar, and they're going to be catching Weather Ball here on the Empoleon, which is going to be resisted. Now, we do see the Swampert come back in, but Swampert dumped all of its energy, so it's going to be a mind game. What is this going to be? Is it going to be Earthquake or Hydro Cannon? Will Empoleon shield? They're going to go ahead and shield. It was the Earthquake. That is a huge shield right there. They're going to have to try to commit to the farm down, and they're going to need to throw this Hydro Cannon. I think the Swampert here does have another Earthquake, which is going to be unfortunate. Let's see what happens. They do get a shield. Can they farm down? No, they cannot. Charge move now coming through. I think this is going to be the Earthquake, which it is. Boom! Takes out the Empoleon. Gengar's going to come in and farm down. Can they one-shot? No, they can't. It's Galarian Stunfisk. That's going to be a good game. Good effort right there. Moving to this next battle. Oh, they already hit Legend. Okay, I guess some of these are kind of mixed up, but that's okay. Able to go Gengar into Raichu, which is super spicy here on the lead. Let's see what they decide to do. They're going to go ahead and go for Shadow Punch right here for neutral damage. These definitely are not in order, I don't think. That might be my fault from putting him in here. But spoiler alert, like I said in the intro, he hits a Legend with this team. So these are some of the Legend battles after. They're going to go ahead and shield the Brick Break. That is unfortunate right there. So probably running Wild Charge and Brick Break, which means this might be a Wild Charge. Let's see what the Gengar decides to do. They're going to go ahead and let it go. It is going to be the Wild Charge. Takes out the Gengar right there. Defense harshly fell. We are going to see Empoleon come in and try to farm down, which it can. And let's see what the back line is going to be consisting of. May see a Venusaur, but let's see. It's going to be a Dragonite, a Shadow Dragonite at that. But Empoleon with loaded energy right here is going to do quite a bit of neutral damage and might be able to take this into the 1-to-1 shield right here. They do get a shield, which is great, but they have to watch out for Hurricane. This Dragon Breath damage is really starting to add up too. Even though Empoleon having that steel typing, it cannot take too much damage here from Shadow Dragonite. They have to shield that Dragon Claw, and they're going to look to get to another Drill Peck in time. Now, if Dragonite's their hardest counter to Empoleon, that means the final Pokemon might be extremely weak to Kingdra. They're going to go ahead and swap into Kingdra and try to farm down, but this Shadow Dragonite is going to be able to get to a Dragon Claw just in time. I don't think this is going to be enough to KO, but my goodness, it's going to do. Oh, it actually KOs right there. Empoleon versus Talonflame, though. Can they get to the Hydro Cannon in time? Yes, they can. This is going to be one-shotting Talonflame. Dragonite is extremely low, but has loaded energy. It's going to come down to the fast move, and it is going to be Empoleon taking the victory right there. All right. Moving into this next battle here. We have Gengar on the lead versus Drifblim. So a tough lead matchup right here, but Gengar's absolutely going to be shredding with Shadow Punch and Shadow Claw right here. Will we see a shield here from the Drifblim? They did not build up to Shadow Ball, so we probably won't. No, okay, we do see a shield right there. This Drifblim looking to get off another charge move, but they're going to go ahead and swap into Kingdra on the potential Shadow Ball. This is Icy Wind as well. Basically, soaking on Kingdra is very ideal. It is going to be the Icy Wind for neutral damage right there, and the Drifblim is looking to stay in, wanting to get off another charge move right here to chunk the health, and they're going to go ahead and shield the potential Shadow Ball right here, which will do a lot of neutral damage, which it is. Good shield right there, and we do see an Empoleon now come into this matchup. So Kingdra can go straight for Outrage right here for resisted damage, but it, again, really starts to add up, especially if it goes unshielded, along with the Dragon Breath right here, because Empoleon is not doing any damage with Waterfall and Drill Pecks as well. don't do too much neutral damage. So they're going to go ahead and go for the no shield right here. This game is definitely going to be a close one, but can they get to the next outrage? They can. This might get a shield here from Empoleon. I don't imagine so because it can survive, but let's see what the opponent decides to do. They decide to let it go. They swap into Gengar to farm down. That is an incredible farm down right there. Now we are going to see an Umbreon come in, but this is again why you have Sludge Bomb in the Ultra League Premier Cup, is for these common matchups that you will be seeing, so you can at least do neutral damage right here. They still have Empoleon. They still have a potential sack swap there with Kingdra in order to close out this game. That was an incredible swap into Gengar to farm down so they didn't have to use a shield on the Empoleon that was going to take out the Kingdra. Can they get to a Shadow Punch in time? No, they cannot. They're going to have to bring in this Empoleon right here in order to farm down, but let's see what happens. They're going to bring in the Empoleon. Here comes Foul Plays. We know there's still a Drifblim in the back. And let's see how this plays out. Empoleon's gone. Drifblim is energy dry as well. And I think the Foul Plays are actually probably going to be the hardest hitting move left in the game. But they're going to go ahead and let these go through. Look to farm down right here. And I think that's going to be a good game. Here comes the next Foul Play. They should shield this one, which they do. And they can easily farm down. Drifblim, again, is extremely low and has no energy. But we do see it come in. They're going to go ahead and go for Hydro Cannon right here to force that final shield. And I think this is going to be a good game. Waterfalls might be able to close it out right here. So they do get the shield. Waterfall versus Hex. They're going to swap into Kingdra and fast move down. And the Umbreon is going to go down as well, the Dragon Breath. And that is going to be a good battle. Very well played. Alright, moving to this next battle, we got Gengar on the lead versus Braviary. Okay, not the best of lead matchups right here because of that normal typing, but they're going to go ahead and swap into Kingdra. That's a shiny Braviary as well. What a flex here in the Ultra League Premier Cup. Going to go ahead, oh man, here comes double close combat. They're going to go ahead and shield this first one. It's going to be a Rock Slide, actually. Oh, that's a good shield bait right there. We are going to see a Jellicent now come in. Now, Outrage, this is why Kingdra is so deadly. If it does neutral, it can put a lot of pressure here on the opponents to shield. They do land it for a lot of damage right there, which means they might be able to completely farm down, but they're going to go ahead and go for Octazooka, put a lot of pressure on the opponent to shield, and really hoping for that attack debuff right here. No shield by the opponent and no attack debuff. Is this going to be a Shadow Ball, though, or Ice Beam to take out the Kingdra? It is going to be the Shadow Ball. That is enough to take it out, and Gengar might have to come in and farm down, but let's see what they decide to do. Braviary is loaded, has close combat, and can resist. They're going to come in with the Empoleon and load up on energy, and can resist those Shadow Claws and Shadow Punches here from Gengar because of that normal typing. Let's see what decides to come in. It's going to be the Empoleon Mirror right here. So this is going to be tough. They have shield advantage in a mirror matchup. They have a Braviary for the Gengar, but they did sneak through a fast move right there. So let's see how this plays out. Here comes that Hydro Cannon for resisted damage. This is ideally the move you want to go for in the mirror matchup, because it just does a bit more damage than Dropek would, as both are resisted. They're going to go ahead and swap into Gengar right here versus the Braviary. Braviary needs to throw a charge move because can they survive the Rock Slide? They're going to go ahead and risk it for that Biscuit. Here comes the Rock Slide. They don't survive, but Empoleon is going to be able to farm down. Oh my gosh, how do they win this game? They're going to go ahead and go for double Hydro Cannon right here. This is going to get both shields from the opponent, but I think the opponent might just win this final match. There goes the first shield. Here comes the second one, and this might be a race to the third charge move. This is going to be extremely close, everyone. Buckle up. Get your popcorn. Who's going to win this race? Oh my gosh, the fast moves. No, does go down and lives with 1 HP and a dream. All right, moving into this next battle here. We have Gengar on the lead versus Dragonite. Again, a tough matchup right here, but can put a lot of pressure with charge moves early, and they might do the same thing that they did earlier by swapping into the Kingdra halfway through this matchup. So they're going to go ahead and throw the Shadow Punch right away to chunk the health. Here comes that Kingdra swapping like we saw before to get as much damage off as they can, and they will be shielding this Dragon Claw right here. This puts Dragonite in very low health range for a potential Shadow Claw or Drill Pack charge move late game. But we are going to see the Jellicent now come in and going for a charge move right here. It is going to be the Shadow Ball for neutral damage. But man, Outrage, like we saw earlier, is just going to do a lot right here. They have to respect it. If they get a no shield right here, things are looking pretty good. They do land it, which is absolutely beautiful right here. They might be able to safely shield and farm down, but let's see what happens. They completely take out the Jellicent right there with fast moves. Oh my goodness. Will we see the Dragonite come back in? No, it's going to be Empoleon, and they're going to go ahead and go for the Outrage right here, looking to do that chip damage. Not too worried about going for Octazooka because they think the opponent is not going to shield as well, so they get as much damage off as they can. Now, they can bring in their own Empoleon right here and farm down. Remember, Dragonite is energy dry, and very low health, so this is looking very good here for this battle. They're going to go ahead and throw the Hydro Cannon right away to put shield pressure here on this Empoleon, who is absolutely loaded on energy. They do get the shield right there. Here comes some more Hydro Cannons, and I imagine we might see a swap into Dragonite at some point because this Empoleon's... Oh, here comes the simultaneous swap right there, just like we saw. And they're going to go ahead and farm down, and that is why Gengar is absolutely deadly. Going to be able to throw a Shadow Punch right here versus the Empoleon, get that final shield, and it might be a race to the next charge move, but I think, no, they're going to go ahead and let it go, and that is going to be a good battle. Very well played. Able to win right there, able to climb to legend like we saw in the middle of the video, able to go 4-1 in their final set and hit legend, which is so awesome to see. Huge congratulations here to Matt Attack, a player who is under level 40, has no XL Pokemon, and reached legend in what is probably the toughest league, Ultra League Premier Cup, to compete in if you don't have XL Pokemon. So huge congrats. This is an amazing team, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. So let me know down in the comments what you guys thought about this team and these battles. Be sure to give a huge congrats here to Matt down in the comments, and like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.